What's going on, guys? It's your boy Optimus, and here we are playing the second half of Domination. Before I get into what this video is about, I want to say, guys, don't forget about my sponsors, Cinch Gaming and NoScope Glasses. If you're interested in a professional MLG-approved gaming controller, head on over to cinchgaming.com and use my code, all caps, PPGE, to save 5% on any purchase from the Cinch Gaming store. Another thing I want to say, guys, is head on over to NoScope Glasses. It's up in the description and in my bio below, where you can get yourself a nice pair of gaming glasses. They do work very well. They give you nice contrast on the screen, and looking at bright white screens while gaming isn't really a nice thing in a dark room, because I know most of us do game in the dark. Now let's get into what this gaming video is about. As you guys can see, I'm using the MP11 Goliath. I have foregrip, long barrel, advanced rifling, and quick draw on this gun. And what this video is all about is, it's that feeling when you feel like your BAL or your ASM-1 just isn't cutting it anymore. And for instance, you feel as though your BAL iron sights just isn't quite beating the ASM-1 anymore. And I have a solution for this, guys. The BAL will always beat the ASM-1 in mid to long range matchup without a doubt. The ASM-1 does have a good mid-range killing power now if you use advanced rifling, quick draw, and foregrip, but it is still a submachine gun and the BAL will always dominate over it. But the issue is, it's mostly because, guys, your guns are getting stale to you. And what that means is you're just getting tired of using the same guns over and over again, and after nerf, it just feels as though the guns are not playing the way they used to be. And we all know that feeling. I'm going through that feeling, and that's why I'm playing with the MP11 Goliath, and we're going to get into why and how this helped. So jump into public match, guys, and all you competitive guys who are really feeling this, definitely jump into a public match. I prefer Mosh Pit. Mosh Pit on Xbox One and previous consoles seems to have the better connection. Now, you guys who are having gun problems on previous consoles, it's mostly because the game is really overscanned. This game is really labor intensive on the PS3s and Xbox 360s because of the way the graphics are and all the movements, gameplays, and just the rendering. So guys, if you're having what feels like frame rate issues on that console, make sure that you're most definitely, for one, hooked up with HDMI cables and stuff and get the best out of it you can. There's not much more you can do. Like I said, Call of Duty is becoming more and more graphically intense on the older consoles, so I wouldn't be surprised if the next COD doesn't even come out for the previous gen consoles. But using different guns is most definitely a big help, because you're getting a new feeling for the game, and it's really helping you pick up different kills and use different guns, so the game doesn't feel as repetitive as old. I prefer to use guns that are a little on the weaker side. I know I'm using the Goliath, but it is still an MP11, guys. There is nothing insane about these guns whatsoever. The MP11 is a very weak gun, regardless of what style it is, what elite version it is. The Goliath, I think, is the best elite version of the gun. So if you have it, throw it on, guys. Run into a public match, throw streaks on, or throw whatever setup on you want, and just play around and slay. And you're going to notice over time, you're going to first start with the gun, and you're not going to do so well. You don't have any attachments. There's nothing really to help you. You're really handicapped, so work on getting them attachments and work on leveling that gun up. And then after you do that, throw your BALs back on, use your iron sight BALs. Most definitely use iron sight BALs, because running a red dot over stock or something like that using quick draw foregrip on the BAL is just, it's a silly move, and quick draw foregrip are most definitely necessary, and I would recommend stock 100% if you're a competitive player, unless playing search and destroy. But you're going to notice a difference. You're going to notice you're going to start picking up your kills again, and it's going to feel like a new gun, because you've spent an hour or so, 2 hours or so, or maybe even a couple days just playing with different guns, different variants, and enjoying the game, enjoying different aspects of the game. And altogether, you're really going to notice a comeback in your competitive play style. Because using an MP11 or something weaker, KF5, AK12, they're all different, they all react different, so you're learning more gun handling skills, and that's mostly what it comes down to, minus the frame rate issues that older consoles are having. It's just gun handling skills. Every time that they nerf or buff a gun in the game, it really changes how it works and basically how you can use it. I mean, the bow at the beginning of the game was the God gun, and I'd love to say the bow still has a very good chance in competitive, but the ASM one is very strong as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I hope this helps you guys get back into the swing of things. And until the next videos, guys, peace.